Title of this one is going to be Yes, You Do Know Everything. Um, Always, when I was growing up, the classes and the environment that I came up in, I was always taught to think analytically. As we all by now know, school and work and all of that is an institution. It's put there to socialize you. It's put there for social engineering purposes. Okay, to keep all of uh, the human capital kind of programmed the same way, and to toss out all of the parts in the conveyor belt that don't kind of fit. I'm gonna say this. So, being a person that grew up in what they called in elementary school, they called it accelerated and gifted classes and programs. In middle school and high school, well, in elementary and middle school, accelerated and gifted. High school, it was called AP, advanced placement. Now, all that's a bunch of baloney. You're just being conditioned to believe about yourself a certain way. It's all a experiment. But um, I'm looking up the street. There's this man that's like huge. He's got to be from here. He looks like he's 8 feet. Like literally, this man is like the top of the house. He's just standing. He's not walking on stilts. But as he's standing up, his head literally, and for privacy, I didn't turn the camera on him because he's not bothering me, so I should not be bothering him. But his head literally touched like the top of the roof. You know how you have a house and then there's like the porch and then there's a awning. His head was literally that tall. Now he was big. He's big. He's a big guy. He's got to be, and he's not fat. He's slim for his height, but he's got to be like 300 pounds. Seriously, I mean, because he's tall, he's big, and he's not skinny. He's just slim proportionate, like when he was younger, he played basketball or something. But he's huge. I need to stop looking because yeah. But anyhow, it's just interesting. I wonder, is that how people feel like? You know, I don't think I'm very different, but but I am odd in different ways. So, so I guess I have to be forgiving when people stare at me like that too, because it's just different. Like, for instance, I remember one time I had on this body lotion, and I forgot where I got it from. I think I got it from like you know how they have those dollar stores or whatever that like after the pharmacies or whatever, the stuff has been sitting there too long. You send it to the dollar stores and you buy it from there. There was this lotion. It was a sunblock lotion, and when you put it on, it had little shimmery things in it. And to me, I didn't pay any attention to it, but I remember like sitting somewhere in public at a bus stop. This man is huge. Okay, I gotta stop looking. But he's like really big, and it's so funny. Like when people sit down, I mean, and he's like standing in front of, he's doing something with his bike, which is like a regular 10-speed bike, which would be about here. But I swear, it looks like it comes to his knees. It's crazy. But yeah. So yeah. So I had on, and this is talking about how I don't like people staring or being nosy. I was being nosy, and yeah. So because it makes me uncomfortable. So I imagine that it makes other people uncomfortable too, depending on how social of a person you are. Now, so I'm gonna say this, like out of all fairness, I was staring because it was just so curious to me. I'm like, wow, that's a really big guy. But again, like I was saying, I have to tip for tat. I have to take into consideration that on my part too, that I have to, next time somebody just stares at me out the blue, try to be kind about it, because I have to remember this moment. And it's not very often that I see things that draw my curiosity, that I was as curious as maybe those people are about me. So I don't want to come off as like, Gary Coleman did when, he got tired. And I guess that is kind of torturous, to be someone that was famous or whatever. And then the fame ended, but you're still so easily recognizable because you have something very unique about the way you look. So I don't want to come off as him, where people loved him because he was so cute and adorable and cuddly, even at 40 or however old he was. But, he just wants some privacy, to be alone with his thoughts, his feelings, and his emotions. And, yeah, so I don't want to come off with that. So, like I said, I'm learning things every day, something new. And, this is the platform that I'm using to share it. Now, with the way society is changing, I won't always be able to, everything that I do, it has to be for a purpose. And for me, my purpose, like I said, if y'all follow my other channels, initially, initially, my purpose was to educate, you know. And then it went on from me trying to educate about my situation, tell the truth about things, to me just being free, you know, me just being free, just sharing freely without any purpose or goal intended. And I think I wanted to continue to do that, but then I realized, like, in my situation, because I don't have a lot of privacy, and like I said, I'm a public person in private places and a private person in public places. I don't have a lot of, this is so beautiful. I'm walking past this apartment complex, and this person has a painting up in the window of a boy, like, studying. From far away, it looked like, because it's on the second floor, it looks like, a guy sitting on the bed reading a book. And so it's neat because when you look in the window, you think that it's, at first glance, it's like, is that a boy sitting in the window reading a book? It's too cool. So, I want to get back into the arts and things like that. And, I have lost family. I've never really been, had true friends. I've had people that, I wanted to be friends. And this is made obvious too. I wanted to talk about employment. We're going to talk about that. I had people that I wanted to be friends, at previous places that I was, but it took somebody from the outside, because I wanted it so bad, like, if they exchanged numbers or spoke to me or took me anywhere, I immediately, just so joyous in my heart that, oh, I have a friend. No, somebody from the outside looking in had to kind of show it to me in a very humane way. They were just, when I was with that person, they asked this person that, and it's like, if you feel any discomfort, about somebody saying that, like saying, oh, do y'all go out together and things like that, where you feel like there may be any contention on either end, you guys are not friends. And this person, after I left, actually contacted me, and the only reason, and I was like, what do you need? Because when I leave, like, the thing about this with jobs is that when I go there, I'm to different jobs, especially at this level, where, again, the jobs that I'm basically at are low-end jobs and, just nothing jobs. It's like, I see a lot, I'm exposed to a lot of things that I really do not want to be exposed to, and it's too much, And when it gets to the point where I've learned enough, I have to kind of, there's going to be a separation. Either I'm going to bow out gracefully, or it's going to come to a situation, and I don't like to quit, but either I'm going to bow out gracefully, or there's going to be a situation where so much happens, where the employer is going to try to make me quit, by showing complete disregard for me, allowing different things to happen, and then to the point where they get manipulative. But once I leave a job, once I separate, it's because I've had enough. Each job is an education to me. I have been educated enough, not on the job, but on a particular job, but educated on just human nature, seeing, because like again, I haven't been exposed to a whole lot, but everything that I was exposed to prior to 30 was based on ideas and concepts that was programmed to me as a child, and I was made to believe that this was the right way. But the world operates completely differently. So when I see enough of how the world operates at a job for me to, need to step back and digest what I've learned, then there's a separation. When that separation happens, it's like I have to decompress. So it's like me taking the key out of that lock to knowledge that I had, taking my key out of that access, and I'm giving back my access to that knowledge so that I can take time to go into the room to study. Because I think everything that we take in and we learn is ultimately to prepare for a quote unquote final exam over my time.